Harry, first couple of weeks of preseason under your belt, what have you seen from the boys so far?
Yeah, it's been really good. Lots of energy, lots of enthusiasm. Just trying to really implement the right culture into, from the guys that are coming back and the new guys coming in. So everyone's bought in. I've been really happy with it so far.
Let's run through the couple of preseason games you've played so far, starting with Northeastern, which was your first game. You posted on Instagram the first ones for the legs and lungs. Did you get what you were hoping for out of that game?
Yeah, no, it was really good. You just can't replicate a game. So sort of the first part of the game, the main starters were on the pitch, and they got 45 minutes into their legs. And then it was really important that we had a look at, we had a lot of trialists in. I think we had 8 trialists in. Some guys that come through the combine, some guys that come through the open tryout. So it was important that we got to have a good look at those guys and make assessments, because that's how you have to, you have to judge those players in game time. So exactly what we wanted. Again, the opposition were perfect for us because they tried to win. They tried to run all over us, and it was really good for the legs and lungs.
Now let's talk later that week, a matchup with the New England Revolution. Played the MLS side. Not a lot of detail on that game. Can you give us some insight into how everything played out?
Yeah, they got in contact with Jake, my assistant, and just said that they had one of their important games in the Champions League cancelled, and would we be interested in going up and playing them? And the answer straight away was absolutely yes. It wasn't amazingly ideal for the schedule because we had a Thursday playing them and then a Saturday booked in already playing against the Red Bulls too. But we made it work, and what we managed to do was kind of flip flop the minutes again. So we managed to get some of our players up to 60 minutes in that game, and then obviously we flipped it. So at the weekend against the Red Bulls, the other guys played the majority of that game. But with regards to the Revs game, I have to say I was delighted with the majority of it. I thought we really imposed ourselves on them. It wasn't one-way traffic. We had a 10-minute spell at the beginning where we didn't defend very well at all, and they scored 2 goals. I felt half-time was probably the first time where, first of all, the players could show me how they could respond in the second half of football, but also for us as staff and myself to show them how we can make tactical changes and be agile, and show them how we can help affect the game and help them. Second half, I thought we were magnificent. I thought our block position was great. We moved to the speed of the ball. We created some really good chances. Definitely should have scored one of them. So disappointed that we didn't get on the score sheet. But again, really grateful to the opposition actually for thinking of us and inviting us down. Wonderful venue, obviously legendary manager. So it was a really good game.
And then over the weekend, you guys had a 2-2 draw with Red Bulls 2. Were you pleased with what you saw from your guys on that day?
Yeah, again, delighted. So the guys that didn't play so many minutes against the Revs, we managed that correctly. It's difficult to sometimes explain the method in the man. It's pre-season games. Listen, you don't want to lose any game, but it is important that it's not win at all costs, because you don't want to pick up any injuries. So the guys that didn't play so much against the Revs on the Thursday started the game and played 70 minutes on the Saturday, and then when we flipped those guys over. Scored 2 really good goals. One of our young academy players scored the equaliser, so really happy with that. And I thought Jaciel Cedinho was magnificent for the time that he was on the pitch.
What players through preseason so far have kind of surprised you?
A tough one. To be honest with you, I've been really impressed with the group. I've been really impressed with the collective. I think what you're going to get is the guys that are coming back in, your Barreras, your JCs, your Toulouse, your Seals, etc. They're going to want to, prove a point and show why they're back. And then the new players have got something to improve anyway. I have to say, the guys that have come in, new players, Tom Brewitt, Modou Jadama, like driving standards like never before, really helping the skipper, Danny Barrera, in terms of that. Sometimes last season it might have been just him, and a Eunice, but now we have a real senior leadership group of players. I think the fans are going to absolutely love Peter Lee Vassell. I think Prince Sadie's also going to be, majorly exciting. Austin Pack's impressed me just in how he is. How he is as a professional. I think we've had a real coup getting him on board, but there's so many. I don't want to miss anybody out. But you can go through everyone. Rashawn Daly's come in. He's in the office every day. He's looking at video. He's trying to become better. I mentioned Jaciel in the game against Red Bulls. I thought he was excellent. Christian's come back. Andre Lewis has been brilliant. But every single player I'm looking at and I'm saying, you've improved us, you've improved our club. So that's been a real key part of our recruitment this year.
3 weeks to go until the regular season. What are you looking to accomplish in these final 3 weeks?
I think it's an interesting point in pre-season for everybody. So now we're starting to find that the minutes are in the legs, the minutes are in the lungs. Now it's about, can we start to make those tactical adjustments in game? Can we start to arrive at the opponent's goal more often? Can we start to score more often? Can we complete 90 minutes as a group? 90 minutes is going to be really important. The main thing is I get everybody ready. We get everybody ready for that first game against Pittsburgh, individually and as a collective. And we have to prepare ourselves for every single game to be a war, and prepare ourselves for every single game when we have the ball and we own the ball for us to punish the opposition with it. So it's just about preparing the guys to be in the best possible place for that first game and for the duration of the season.